Imagine waking up tomorrow and deciding, for whatever reason, that you will eat only one food for the rest of your life. Not one meal, not 1 week. One single food every day until the day you die. No variety, no cheat days, no exceptions. The same taste, the same texture, the same nutrients forever. What would happen to your body? Would you survive? Would you thrive? Would you go insane? And what food would give you the best chance of making it? This is not just a thought experiment. Throughout history, there have been people who tried to survive on a single food. Some did it for months, some for years, some paid for it with their lives. And science has something very clear to say about it. Today we are going to explore one of the most extreme nutritional questions ever asked. What if you ate only one food for the rest of your life? According to science. Welcome to What If Science. To understand what would happen, you first have to understand what your body actually needs. The human body is a machine of astonishing complexity. It needs macronutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. It needs micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and trace elements. It needs water, fiber, and a delicate balance of amino acids. There is no single food on Earth that contains everything your body needs in the right proportions. Not one. Not bread. Not rice. Not meat. Not vegetables. Not fruit. Not even the food that comes closest. Every single food has a nutritional gap. And that gap, over time, becomes a wound. Let's start with the most common candidate, rice. White rice has kept entire civilizations alive for millennia. In many parts of Asia, rice is the foundation of every meal. But here is the problem. White rice is mostly carbohydrate. It has almost no protein, almost no fat, and critically, it lacks vitamin A. If you eat only white rice, you will develop a condition called beriberi, caused by a deficiency of thiamine, or vitamin B1. Your nervous system will begin to fail. You will feel weak, confused, and eventually your heart will stop working. In fact, there is a dark chapter in history. In the 19th century, when polished white rice became popular in Asia, millions of people developed beriberi. The poor, who could afford only rice and nothing else, died in staggering numbers. The disease disappeared only when scientists discovered that the rice bran, which had been removed during polishing, contained the missing vitamin. Brown rice is better. It contains the bran with its fiber, vitamins, and minerals. But even brown rice is not enough. It lacks vitamin C, vitamin A, and sufficient protein. You would develop scurvy. Your gums would bleed. Your teeth would fall out. Your wounds would stop healing. It would be a slow, painful decline. What about potatoes? The humble potato is perhaps the most complete single food in the world. A man named Chris Voigt, the executive director of the Washington State Potato Commission, decided to prove it by eating only potatoes for 60 days in 2010. He ate 20 potatoes a day. No butter, no oil, no salt, just potatoes. He lost weight, his cholesterol dropped, and his blood sugar improved. He felt fine. But even the potato, as remarkable as it is, lacks sufficient vitamin A, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. Over months, not just weeks, deficiencies would appear. And vitamin B12, which is only found in animal products or fortified foods, is essential for your brain and your blood. Without it, you would develop anemia and irreversible nerve damage. So what about meat? If you ate only beef, for example, you would avoid the vitamin B12 problem. In fact, there is a small but very vocal community of people who eat only meat. They call it the carnivore diet. They report feeling great, losing weight, and having more energy. But the science is very clear. A diet of only meat is missing fiber, vitamin C, and a host of phytonutrients found only in plants. Without vitamin C, you would develop scurvy. Without fiber, your gut microbiome would suffer. The bacteria in your digestive system need plant matter to thrive. Without it, you would face chronic inflammation, digestive problems, and a higher risk of colon cancer. The carnivore diet might work for a few weeks or even months, but over a lifetime, it would be a slow-motion disaster. What about fruit? Could you live on mangoes? Or bananas? Fruit is rich in vitamins, especially vitamin C, and it provides sugar for quick energy. But fruit is low in protein and fat. Your muscles would waste away. Your immune system would collapse. And the sheer volume of sugar would wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. You would likely develop type 2 diabetes before you starve to death. And then there is the most extreme case. What if you ate only junk food? What if you ate only pizza, or only hamburgers, or only chocolate? The initial phase would be euphoric. Your brain, flooded with sugar, salt, and fat, would reward you with dopamine. But within weeks, the deficiencies would set in. Your skin would break out. Your energy would crash. Your mood would swing wildly. And over months, you would develop severe malnutrition, even while eating enough calories. Because calories are not enough. You need nutrients. And junk food is nutritionally empty. But there is a darker side to this question. The psychological side. Imagine eating the same thing, with the same taste and texture, every single day for the rest of your life. Food is not just fuel. It is culture. It is memory. It is love. It is celebration. The smell of your grandmother's cooking. The taste of a birthday cake. The first bite of a meal you have been craving for weeks. All of that would disappear. You would lose one of the deepest pleasures of being human. And that loss over time would be devastating. Scientists have studied a phenomenon called sensory-specific satiety. It means that the more you eat of a single food, the less pleasure you get from it. The first bite is delicious. The 10th is fine. The 100th is boring. The 1000th is a punishment. If you ate only one food, you would eventually develop a profound aversion to it. You would dread every meal. Food, instead of being a source of joy, would become a source of suffering. So what is the answer? What food would give you the best chance of surviving the longest if you could only eat one? The scientific consensus points to a surprising candidate: human breast milk. It is the only food on Earth specifically designed to keep a human being alive and growing. It contains the perfect balance of macronutrients, antibodies, and micronutrients for an infant. But there is a problem. It is designed for infants, not adults. An adult would need enormous quantities, and even then, it lacks enough iron and vitamin D for a fully grown body. It would extend your survival, but not indefinitely. The second candidate is the potato. As we saw, the potato is remarkably complete. If you had to choose one food to eat for the rest of your life, the potato would probably be your best bet. It provides carbohydrates, some protein, fiber, vitamin C, potassium, and a surprising amount of other micronutrients. You would still need a source of vitamin B12 and vitamin A, but if you could choose a fortified potato, you might survive for years. But here is the most important lesson of all. The human body is not designed to eat one food. It is designed to eat a variety of foods. Our ancestors ate dozens, even hundreds, of different plants and animals. Every food has a role to play. Every nutrient has a partner. The synergy of a varied diet is what keeps us alive and healthy. So if you are thinking about simplifying your diet to just one food, don't. Your body needs variety. It needs color. It needs the rainbow of nutrients that only a diverse diet can provide. The next time you sit down to a meal with a plate full of different foods, take a moment to appreciate it. That variety is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. If this exploration made you look at your plate a little differently, subscribe and hit the bell. At What If Science, we ask the impossible questions and answer them with real science. What is the one food you could eat every day for the rest of your life? Tell me in the comments. I'll read every single one.